Okay, buddy, in a few seconds you will guys will be going live.
Okay. Good afternoon, Lethbridge. Welcome to Jess FM. You're live here on radio TV on this beautiful, beautiful October 17th afternoon. It's about 3 p.m. here in Lethbridge, Alberta, downtown. We are live in studio with a special guest here on Feel the Beat with DJ B. I'm DJ B, and our special guest today is Juno-nominated hip-hop star Kay Layton, based out of Calgary. Thanks for being in studio today. That is so awesome. Appreciate having you.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Definitely.
Right on. Thanks, man.
For real.
Right on. I don't know all the cool handshake there, but hopefully I did okay. You're going to be performing tonight at Slice here in town, right?
Yes.
And what time is that? Give us some particulars.
We're actually going to find out at sound check, but it's looking like around 11 midnight will be going on. So anyone who's in the area, the Lethbridge area, feel free to come on down, man. It's going to be a good night. You know, the first day that it's actually a legalization show. So, you know, all my weed smokers out there, you know, if you're trying to come down and smoke,
there you go.
Feel free.
Okay, there you go. Right on. And you were recently recording in the studio too, right?
Yeah. We're in the studio almost like 2-3 times a week, right? You know, so there's always new music, new product, new material being created all the time. Because, you know, out of, 5-6 songs you create, only 1 or 2 will actually be used.
Okay.
So you just have to consistently just be creating all the time, right?
Okay, so what you did? How many songs did you record in the studio this time? Like, did you do a whole album or just a few tracks?
About 3. I think we finished
3 tracks
since I spoke to you last
Okay,
year,
okay.
About 3
Okay,
tracks.
nice. So maybe we can get you to do a couple of tracks, freestyle live in studio here right now. Is that possible?
It's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know about a couple.
Or
one.
One's fine.
Yeah,
one's great. Okay, cool. Right.
Absolutely.
So tell you what, I'll walk off here and let you do your thing, and then. Okay. Right on.
Let's get it.
Sounds great. You're on.
Let me know when y'all are ready.
You're on anytime.
You ready? Okay, cool. So this one's for Lethbridge, man. Get your tape recorders out, all right? So I'm in it till I die. I didn't do it for the fame, I did it for the high. And life was such a curveball, I hit it to the sky. You the furthest from the truth when you committed to a lie. So tell me how you raise it when they say that you the bar. And they all holding mirrors up to show you who you are. Cops saw that he was on the edge, so they pushed him. So I got rid of all the pigs like I was Muslim. They beat my ass, they ain't show me no remorse, G. Right underneath the overpass just on 4th Street. Didn't use force up until they had to force me. Niggas still knocking down my door to endorse me. So this is it, no more joking with dudes. No more fake handshakes and okie dokie with dudes. Cause I done see my heart ripped open with wounds. But I still get it popping like I'm poking balloons. What?
Right on,
Hey.
man. That's awesome. Hey, thanks.
Just a quick little rhyme for you guys, you know.
Right on. Thanks a lot. That was awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
So, do you write all your own stuff by yourself, or do you have like collaborators or anything too?
For the most part, all my raps are written by myself. Everything I rap, but you know, when we write hooks, choruses, the whole song, you know, there's like a team of us that create the whole record.
Okay,
right?
okay, nice. So what inspires you to write a rap song? Like, how do you get the ideas and that for that?
Basically, like the thing that inspires us the most is just life, like what you see in your day-to-day experiences, right? Sometimes you're just walking down the road on the way to Max and you see something that inspires you. Sometimes you go to a show, sometimes you watch a movie, sometimes like there's so many different things that inspire you. Like there's a lot of times I'll just be going down the road and I'll hear a word and I'll just be like, what rhymes with that? You know, and or I'll see, you know, a fight going on and I'll put that into the music, you know. I think people who observe life are the best writers. You know what I mean? In any genre of music, not just hip hop or R&B. People who are good observers are good writers, I believe.
Right. So tell us a little bit about your life and that, like your background, where you're from initially, all that type of thing, your family life.
Well, you know, the government name is Kyle Layton. The stage name is KL. I was born in Zimbabwe, Africa.
Okay.
I moved here when I was very little, 4 years old. And we bounced back and forth between here and Toronto, between Calgary and Toronto, right? Where I live most of the time, but Calgary's home. And I caught the music bug like when I was real young. I always wanted to be on stage. I was never quite nervous or shy to be on stage,
Okay,
even when I wasn't that talented. I still was always excited to get on stage and just for people to see me. I was always like a little person who loved attention. So as a child, like, you look for attention in the wrong ways until you kind of figure out how you want to get the attention.
Right, yeah.
So, and then, I figured music was my best path, right? And it's not, obviously not just for the attention. I enjoy the influence. Like, I like when kids come up to me and say, oh, I love that song, or this song changed my life, or this did this for me, That's really where the real reward is from music, And yeah, in a nutshell, that's what I've been doing, man, just grinding on music. Like, there ain't too much to my story except the hard work,
Yeah. Okay. How long have you been doing it? Like, how long have you been in Canada? How long have you been doing that?
I've been in Canada since I was
since
young,
you were
4
really
or
small.
5,
Okay.
since a child, right? I can't pinpoint a moment when I really started doing music because it was just always there.
Yeah.
Like all the talent shows I went to, and like the first time I performed, I was 6.
Okay.
And I can't pinpoint a time. But I think when I got to high school is when I started treating it as a business. Like actually started trying to pursue music as a business and as a career, not just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
So I'd say around high school is when I was actually started to get into it legitimately. I could
Okay.
say.
So what famous hip-hop artist or any genre of music entertainer influences you the most? Like, or have you had anybody mentor you or anything, or that type of thing?
Michael Jackson was my biggest influence.
Oh, cool,
Like I look up to him almost as if he was like a father figure growing up. He was just always there. Like there was 2 CDs in my mom's household. Like one was Whitney Houston, one was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 CDs we had at my house. So Michael Jackson was always there, and he just inspired me the way he performed, the way he delivered the music, everything. As far as hip hop goes, guys like Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, of course, Eminem. For people of today, I really look up to Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. Those, I think they all just make great music, especially in a world right now where the internet has kind of showed us that a lot of garbage music can get in and out. You know?
True. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I still admire people who take the time to make great music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Have you met any of those guys at all?
I met Drake.
Oh, okay.
I never met Kendrick or J. Cole. We gone on tour with so many people. Like we just finished a tour with Ice Cube.
Nice.
We went on tour with Nelly a couple times. Flo Rida, 50 Cent. We went on tour with.
Okay.
I almost start to forget names now because there's so many. Wiz Khalifa, Sean Paul, Pitbull. So many names now that we've got to collaborate with on stage, and those moments are really inspiring too, right?
And that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And that was international tour or just North American or just
international
tour?
We did a tour in Jamaica and a tour in Europe as well, but those were just us on it. Like it wasn't like another artist we were on tour with. It was just us, but still to experience other cultures and experience like other ways of life and lifestyles is real inspiring. You come back inspired.
Yeah. So one thing with being in music and that and writing your own stuff, you can usually do a bit of a commentary too on society and things that are happening and that, and have an opinion. Like does that influence you a lot too? Like maybe making a statement on something like the Me Too movement in a song or something. How does that affect you?
Yeah, I think it does. I think because the influence music has is really kind of unmatched. I think music can influence people in ways that the news or politics or religion can't, because it doesn't have any of those things in it within music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think people that don't like each other can still like the same song. People that hate each other or just got in a fight with each other can still like the same song. People of 2 different religions can still like the same song. People of 2 different political parties can still like the same song. So they have a song that's connecting them and they don't even realize it, you know what I'm saying? So I think that music can influence people in a more positive way than any of those entities can, So yeah, whether it comes to the Me Too movement, which I stand behind, or the Black Lives Matter movement, which I stand behind, I'd like to portray it through the music, so that people know where I stand, even if it's not in an interview or out on the street. They know in my music that's where I stand, right? And
sometimes you can get away with a little bit more in music than you could just saying it to somebody or telling them.
Absolutely.
It seems less intrusive or less intimidating in some way, right?
When you got those melodies in the background, people can bop to it and not even realize they disagree.
True enough. We are live here on Jess FM TV and radio with Kay Layton in studio, Juno-nominated hip-hop artist. Appreciate having him in studio. I'm DJ B. You're listening and watching Feel the Beat here at 316 downtown Lethbridge, Alberta on Jess FM. So when you're writing a song, what do you think of first? Do you think of the melody and get the beat happening, or do you think of the lyrics and then the beats kind of come in after that, or how does that all?
Usually we work the music first, so the beat comes first. Usually someone is just playing a little drum pattern, and then you add piano to it, add guitar to it, add everything. And the first thing as far as lyrically goes is you come up with the melodies. So la-di-da-di-da, and you fill the la-di-da-di-das in with words afterwards. Because once you have a melody, you pretty much have the song.
Okay.
That's the part people don't realize, right? Because if all your lyrics are just rapped, then you're only communicating to people who speak one language. But once you have melodies in your music, then people that don't speak English can still hum your music, right? So that's the most important part, is making sure you have the melody to the music, right? I think that's the most important part of music.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. It's always interesting to see how that happens, because like some country singers, when they're writing a song, for example, they'll think of an event or something that happened to them, and then they'll write the lyrics, and then maybe bang that out on the acoustic or something, and then put it together that way. So it's interesting to see how those all
Everyone
fit together.
Has
Their own way. Yeah,
kind of recipe to how they create
That's
their
cool.
product, right? So that's just how we do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Are you athletic? Do you like sports and that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your big sport?
Basketball, football.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in between those two. I watch both of them real avidly. I don't play as much as I used to. I'm a lot busier now.
Yeah.
But,
for sure.
In my earlier days, I was real into both. I'd always be on the court, always be on the football field. But now it's music. My life is music, right? But I still follow the sports. I follow them a lot, right?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good to do that. Especially when you grow up watching them or even playing them. It's nice to still follow them and catch up for
Absolutely.
sure. Yeah. So, other than hip hop, what type of music do you listen to? Because a lot of times an artist will, let's say they're a country artist and they'll play country all the time. Maybe, in their spare time they'll listen to, who knows, classic rock or whatever. So what type of music do you relax to, or whatever?
I try my hardest to listen to everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because I think each genre has its own space of talent, its own little circle of talent. So I think you can learn from every genre of music. Sometimes I fall asleep to the Shawarsky's Nutcracker.
Oh yeah.
A classical album. I enjoy like Beethoven, and those type of composers and everything. I listen to rock music. The genre I listen to the least though is country, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't stop and listen to it still, right? Yeah. But rock and roll, hip hop, R&B, EDM, blues, anything. I listen to all genres because I think that they all have their own stories that they want the world to relate to. So I try to take a little bit from everybody.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and like with me being a DJ and having to learn or listen to all genres, and I kind of like a lot of the genres. Some of them not so much, but you kind of maybe like a song, or appreciate the talent,
Absolutely.
right? And that's kind of where I am. A lot of DJs maybe they might be pigeonholed into one type of song or music or whatever and play that, right? But like I like from Dean Martin to Eminem and Jay-Z, right? So I appreciate like good artists and talent, right? And that
it's the music ultimately. If it's great music, we can all listen to it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because a lot of people feel that, well, maybe like people that are rappers or hip hoppers, there's not talent there. But what would you say to that? Because I know that there is, because any type of music or acting, performing, or anything takes a certain amount of talent. But how would you address that?
I would say, everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah.
That's always just going to be how it is. You can make the greatest song in the world, and there'll still be someone who doesn't like it. I understand, like, hip-hop's not everyone's cup of tea. Country's not everyone's cup of tea.
Right.
So people have their own bubble that they're kind of into. So that's why we try to incorporate all sounds in the music, whether it's like a rock guitar and then like a classical piano and this violin, whatever. We try to incorporate all sounds that hopefully we can get to everyone.
Yeah.
But to say that if anyone says that any sort of genre is not talented, I would just say that's false. I say there's talent in every genre.
Yeah, that makes sense. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where would you like to be professionally, musically, that type of thing?
In 5 years, I'd want to see myself, living comfortably. I live off of music at this point, but we want to get to the status that everyone is at, those millionaire status. And not that the money is important, but it is.
Well, it is. You need money to live, right?
Absolutely, right.
And it's nice to have a little extra to be able to enjoy life, right?
See, so
for sure.
There's
nothing wrong with that.
I'd like to be a Juno winner and a Grammy nominee within 5 years from now. All those goals, I can see them now. They're like 5 years ago, it was really a far-fetched dream.
Yeah.
But now all those goals that I have, those big goals that people sort of look at as far-fetched, are very possible now. So that's where I see myself, and being able to do for others at that point, being able to help other artists come up, and because I've been where they at, what I'm saying. So just being able to lend a helping hand, pull people up with me, and then the more people that we can pull up, the more people have less of a struggle, and then it feels like you did something for the world after that.
Yeah, and that's really the rewarding part, is when you can mentor somebody or train somebody.
Absolutely.
Some people might feel maybe threatened by that, I guess, right? There are some people in every job, but to be able to have that and give back that way, it's that always feels good, doesn't it?
Right. Of course.
Yeah, for sure. So anybody that is wanting to get into the business, music business, whatever genre they're trying to get into, but especially hip hop, what advice would you give them? Because it's a difficult business, difficult thing to get noticed, whatever, right?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to them?
The advice I'd give to someone coming up is to set small goals for yourself. Like if you're just starting out and you say, I want to win a Grammy next week, that's not a realistic goal, right? And then when you set big goals for yourself and you don't knock them down, you start feeling like a failure. So if you set small goals for yourself, like 6-month goals or 1-year goals, and then you start knocking them down, then you start feeling like a success. And that's the difference, because people feel if they don't make the big goals, that's when they quit or when they stop doing music. But if you set small goals for yourself and you knock all of them down, that's what gives you the motivation to keep going, right? 2, what I would say is, there's not one person I ever met in the music industry that told me it's going to be easy. Not one. Every single person, every mentor I ever had, every producer, every DJ, every artist, everyone has always told me it's a lot of hard work. So you have to be willing to give up a lot of yourself, like a lot of your party time, a lot of your time with girls, a lot of your time with friends. You got to be willing to give a lot of that up to give it to the studio or to give it to promoting your stuff. And if you work a job or anything, you have to work your job, and then you have to chase your goals in your free time, but in all of your free time. Because there's going to be someone else that doesn't have a job that can give all their time, that's going to get ahead of you. So all of your free time, if you work a job, has to go towards your craft. And that would be my 3 steps, and then I think if they follow those 3 steps, they'll be able to get to a point where maybe they're not the biggest artists in the world, but that they can live off of music. Live off of it, as long as they set small goals, and as long as they stay focused, and as long as they're willing to give up a lot of themselves.
Okay. You're listening live and watching live to Jess FM, here live in Lethbridge, Alberta, on TV and radio. We're live in studio with Kay Layton, Juno-nominated hip-hop artist based out of Calgary. He's been kind enough to join us in studio today. We appreciate very much. He'll be performing tonight at the Slice nightclub here in Lethbridge downtown. We have 2 tickets that we will be able to give away to the show. So if you're watching or listening and you want those tickets, you can phone in to our number here. And I forget the number offhand. What is our number? 403 942 0068. Can't believe I forgot the number. So
is he still going to have a job at the end of this?
403-942-0068 to get those 2 tickets to Kay Layton's show tonight at Slice. So give us a phone call and we'll be able to hook you up with those. So what is your biggest fear?
That's tough, because I have a lot of fears. My biggest physical fear is heights. I can't stand being high. When I say high, I mean like 5 feet off the ground. That's too high.
Oh yeah.
My legs will start shaking, my hands sweating. So my biggest physical fear is heights. My biggest psychological fear is just not being successful.
Yeah.
I fear not being successful. So and it's thoughts of that actually motivate me. Whenever I feel down and I'm like, man, maybe this isn't working, or maybe I should have tried something else, those thoughts actually motivate me. That's when I'm like, okay, no, it's time to get up, it's time to go work, it's time to do something, right? So I fear people close to me dying.
Okay.
I don't fear like death for myself though. Like,
Yeah.
It's never registered like
Oh,
that.
wow, okay.
But I do fear people close to me dying just because I don't feel there's anything positive out of it. Even though people always tell you the words, this person's in a better place now, or they're going to heaven, they're an angel now, whatever. I don't think those words help. I think that if someone close to you dies, it's just a bad feeling, and that's it. So I fear that, because I got a lot of people that are close to me, and I just don't like the feeling of that, never seeing someone again or something like that, and that's something I legitimately fear. I think about those things,
How many siblings do you have?
Yeah, I got 3 siblings. I'm the baby.
Oh,
I'm the
yeah.
fourth,
Oh, wow.
right? Yeah. But I got a big family.
Yeah.
A huge family.
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah. That's good in some ways, and probably in other ways maybe not so much, right? But,
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. So, what's your biggest regret in your life?
My biggest regret. These are good questions. I think my biggest regret would be, missed opportunities. It's not. It wouldn't be just one. I think everybody does in their life, right?
Yeah.
But I think it would just be, sometimes when I thought something wasn't going to be that big or beneficial, and I just skipped out on it, and then I realized it was big and beneficial. My biggest regret would be missed opportunities, or just when I had the chance to influence people and I didn't. And I missed out on that chance or something, because every time you're on stage or you have a microphone, you get the chance to influence, right?
Yeah.
And that's a gift. It's a privilege, right? So I think sometimes I may have taken it for granted and skipped out on things that I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And that would probably be my biggest regret.
Yeah. I sometimes feel the same way. Missed opportunities and stuff. Oh, I should have done that. Hindsight.
Yeah.
Oh man, it would have worked out, right?
And hindsight's 20/20.
Right.
You can see perfect afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. So, and all the people that have influenced you in that and you've come in contact with, what has been something that a person has said to you that has really stuck with you to keep going even through like the really tough times, you're down and out and nothing's working out? Is there something that they've said to you that is, bang, hit you?
Yeah, the first show I ever did opening for a big artist, her name was Eve. I don't know if you guys remember her. She was a rapper. I was 16, and it was the first actual concert I've been to, and I opened up for her, right? And at the end of the show, I went up to her and I said, if you had any advice for an up-and-coming artist, what would it be? And she went like this on my forehead, and she said, stay positive. Just 2 words. And she touched my forehead like this. Now, maybe being who I am now, it wouldn't have had such an impact, but who I was back then, like, it changed the next year of my life. Just stay positive, because when the negative energy gets to you, because there's so much of it, there's more negative energy in this world than positive energy, but it's us tapping into the positive energy that keeps us going. And she just said 2 words to me, and it really stuck with me. There's a member of a group called the Rascals. His name was Red One. And we went on tour with him, and he told me, he said, don't try to make rap music, just try to make music. And that really, really stuck with me, because at that point I was just trying to make hip-hop music, and then he said to me, just try to make music in general, and don't try to make rap music or hip-hop music, just make music. And that part stuck with me till today. Every time I go to the studio, I still think, like, don't try to make a rap song, just try to make a song, right? I think all people want in the world is to relate. They want, whether it's a movie, whether it's a song, people just want to relate to something, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you could just make a record or make a song that's human, that most people will like it. People want to hear something that they've been through,
Right,
If someone dropped their phone and cracked it, and then you made a song about dropping their phone and cracking it,
they would connect
they
to
would
it.
connect
Exactly,
to that song, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's just about making something that's human, universally human, right?
That would be quite the song.
Yes, it's a lot more difficult than it comes across.
It would be for sure.
Yeah.
So from the moment you get an idea for the song,
Right.
till it comes to the completion on the album, and how long is that process? What does that process take?
I would say about 30 to 40 hours a song. The recording, the actual, like if you were to create the beat and everything, right? The creation of the beat sometimes could take anything. Could take an hour, could take 2, could take 10. The recording process, which is the fun part that everybody likes to see in the studio and stuff, that part's probably the shortest. That part could take 2, 3, 4, 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
If it takes 6, 7 hours to record, that's like a very long session, right? So usually 2, 3 hours. But the mixing and mastering part of it, that's the part everybody dreads in the music business. That's the part that takes hours, because that's getting every sound to sound right? That's why they have special people, engineers, to do that part, because a lot of people don't have time, don't have 10 hours, 20 hours a day to just dedicate to one song. And then that's the long part. That part takes 10, 12, 14 hours to mix and master. And then in total, from the beginning of the beat to the end of mixing and mastering, you've spent 30, 35 hours on the record, right?
Oh, wow.
And then even after that, if you want to get it to radio or anything, you're still waiting like another 2 weeks before it even gets to radio.
Okay, right.
So to get from creative process to the people hearing it, you're talking 3 weeks at least.
Wow.
At
Okay.
least, right? So, and some songs catch on later. Like, you know, there's a song we put out last year called Sail Away, and this year it started getting radio play. So it was already old to us. It was a song
Okay.
that was, you know, last year, like we were tired of the song already, and only this year did it start actually getting traction on radio. So you just never know when it's going
Yeah.
to happen, how the path's going to go.
Cool. So what determines what songs get released as like the main singles for the song or the album title? Like, how does that
We come
get
together
decided?
collectively, all the producers, writers, artists on the song. Like my DJ, he's actually on AMP Radio in Calgary, 90.3.
Yeah.
And he's actually on the B96 or something out here.
Yeah.
There's another radio station out here.
Yeah.
He's on this station too, right? So we take his opinion real serious too, because all he does all day is play hit records.
Yeah.
So he knows what a hit record sounds like, you know?
Yeah.
So we all come together collectively and we say, all right, here's these 5 songs we made. Which one do we want to go with? And then we just have a vote.
Okay.
All 8 of us will have a vote, and whichever one comes up the most, that's the one we go with. So sometimes it's difficult, especially as an artist, because we get attached to every song. You know, we want every song to be the single. We want every song.
Yeah.
But you just have to know what's going to work with the world, right?
Mhm.
So then we all come together, everybody makes a vote, and then we pick the one that most of the people pick.
Cool. And speaking of your DJ, he is off in the shadows here.
Hey,
We're
yeah.
gonna bring him on here. Your DJ, and your DJ's name is
This is DJ Restricted, man.
DJ Restricted. All right, DJ B right here on Feel the Beat with DJ B. You're listening to here on Jess FM. We appreciate having Kay Layton in studio and his DJ Restricted.
Yep.
We won't divulge his real name here, right? So yeah, right on. So how long have you been DJing for Kay?
Well, I actually started with Kay, say last year, just time to time helping him out with some shows. I worked on a song with him. We ended up producing a track together, putting it out. And
Award-winning song.
Award-winning
Yeah, really
Yeah.
nice. What was the name of the song?
song. Revved Up.
Oh
It's
wow!
called Revved Up. It's,
Can anybody get that or?
Absolutely, yeah. It's
Yeah.
on all digital
Is
sources.
it okay?
It's
Nice,
on
nice.
YouTube, everything.
Right.
So if anybody wants to check that out, they definitely can. It's out there.
Okay, cool.
Restricted
Excellent,
KL.
excellent. That's good. So yeah, so you're in the creative deciding process too, obviously, of what songs get
A little bit.
on there. Yeah, because I mean you're part of the song, obviously, right?
Absolutely.
Big part of it. Yeah. So what made you want to be a DJ and get into that?
So when I was 13, I actually started DJing at a camp dance.
Okay,
I
yeah.
used to go to summer camp.
Yeah.
We had a dance at the end of the week, and I ended up DJing that. And that was a big part of my interest in music. I did that event. And
They're
I
telling me to make you look this way a bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're looking a little sideways. Sorry. That's the director Jesse over here is telling you. So
Sorry.
we won't be able to see you. Sorry, man.
So definitely that was a big part of it. I did that event, and I wanted to come back, and I realized how much fun it was making people, well, not making people, but having people enjoy what I'm playing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
enjoy what I'm doing, bringing in all the songs that they're singing to, bringing in all the music.
Yeah.
And so from there, I decided I wanted to DJ. I did a bit of school dances, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And turned that eventually into an artist job where I started producing and
Yeah.
performing at clubs, shows, festivals, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ultimately ending up where I am now.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. When you're DJing, it's a bit of a real gratification when you can, you're playing the songs that people want, and then they get on the dance floor and they start rocking it out, and they start
Absolutely.
digging what you're playing, because reading that crowd, you get that sort of rush off of that. I'm sure it's with a crowd. What's the biggest crowd, like biggest venue that you've played?
We did a stadium tour with Nelly.
Okay.
And a stadium tour with Ice Cube. So, there was some 20,000 people venues and stuff, Stampede, every year we perform at Cowboys Music Festival, 10,000 people there every
Nice,
year, right?
yeah.
And the rush, the rush, I think that's too limiting a word.
It is, yeah.
Because
Yeah, true enough,
It's
yeah.
something like your mind, body, spirit, everything feels it right from your hairline down to your toes, right? And I think that's the feeling that artists are looking for. Like once you're on a 3-day high after
Yeah,
that, you know what I mean?
yeah,
After you
yeah,
go through
yeah.
that, like, and then you don't want nothing else. You don't want nothing
Yeah.
else. You're gonna keep grinding until you get that feeling again, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most rewarding part is because you can hear your songs on the radio, you can see yourself
Mhm.
on TV, everything. But until you perform in front of the crowd and you see them know the words to your songs, that's the
Yeah.
reward.
Yeah.
That's when you're like, okay, this many people heard the record. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
And I think Garth Brooks said that he was doing a concert one time, right? And just about every song people were singing back. And then when he was being interviewed, he said, I knew that I was making an impact
Yep.
in their life when they were singing this back to me. He said, there's nothing like the roar of that crowd, or 30,000 or 20,000 people singing back to you,
Yeah.
right? And he
Yeah.
said he just fed off of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So you're going to be both at Slice, obviously,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Rocking the tunes tonight. That's awesome. What time is it again?
It looks like we're going on around 11 or midnight.
11 o'clock.
We're going to find out at sound check. Right as we leave from here, we're heading to sound check at the
Okay.
club. So I'll be sure to text you and let you know the exact
Yeah,
time. But
sure.
I'm pretty sure it's around 11 we'll be going on.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and again, there's 2 tickets to give away for that show tonight. So phone in the studio here, 942-403-942-0068. I just don't want to make a mistake. Hey, I'm old. I have memory issues. I can get away with that. You guys can't, right? So, no, it's been great having you. Appreciate having you in the studio today. It's been awesome. It's been a blast, totally.
Thanks for having us.
And hopefully you like Lethbridge and that. Hopefully we're good to you.
Yeah,
here,
it's a real party town, man. I've been out here. Jess actually brought me out here a few times, man. So
Okay, cool. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
my brother right there, always, man. We're always going to be right. We're always going to be here to support Jess
Yeah.
FM, Jess TV, no matter what. Every time we get a new record, we'll send it to you guys.
Sweet,
first.
yeah, it's cool.
We'll keep it moving, and we know Lethbridge is a little party town, man. So we always like to come through and
Yeah.
party with you guys.
Yeah, well, that's one good thing about Jess. Jess gives the opportunity for people to do that. Even like yourselves and like for me and other people on the show that host, give him that opportunity. So it's awesome. He does
Absolutely.
awesome. So yeah, kudos to Jesse, right? So
Yep.
yeah. So how old are you?
I'm 25.
You're 25 and you are
29.
29.
Yeah.
And I'm 52.
Hey.
and I'm DJing. Get a little weird to that, huh?
yeah.
A lot of people think, yeah, you're that old and you're cranking tunes out, right, at gigs. But hey, you know what?
Put out the energy and make it work.
Yeah.
Yep.
You feed off that energy. It's cool, right? So awesome. No, great stuff. Thanks, guys. It's been
Absolutely.
a complete blast,
Thank you for having us.
and
Let's
you
fix this
betcha.
handshake.
Yeah, sorry.
Bang.
Let's
Hey,
try it
we'll do
again.
slow. Bang.
Okay.
Bang.
Bang.
I'll hold your hand for you. Bang. Bang.
Bang.
Bang. Now all in
Okay.
motion. All in motion.
Bang. Bang.
Hey,
There we
you
go.
got it. You
Hey,
got it.
right on.
Definitely.
Same thing.
There we go. Okay. Now I got it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And thanks for listening. You've been listening to Feel the Beat here with DJ B on Jess FM. We appreciate you tuning in. Every day there's a show here. Tune in, live TV, live radio. I'm on Wednesdays. I'll probably be changing my time in that. So look for Feel the Beat with DJ B in the upcoming weeks and months to probably every day, 2-hour format. I'll be cranking some tunes out a little bit after this as well, so hope you keep listening, and phone in for those tickets. We'll get them to you. And thanks to Kay and DJ Restricted for coming in. That's not his real name, by the way. For coming in and rocking the show for us. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having us.
tuning in.